wake up, just not dealing with it. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna escape this. I don't want to deal with any kind of pressure from this character, Chun-Li.
And I feel like the fact that MOV has opened with raw jump-ins 2 rounds in a row shows his hunger and shows his desire to not have to play the game he is currently playing now with Guile. We've seen Guile find, and Daigo in particular, find answers to the low strong slide under the boom.
Oh, what a jump.
What a read.
Yeah, he was prepared for it, walks up, tries to find the throw. All right, big combo chance now for MOV. Takes a little bit of damage.
Slight pause into the throw. Oh, it gets caught.
Yeah, caught it. And
the last hit.
The back throw for that little bit of meter.
That's right.
A little bit of meter there. And the question is, there's no way he jumps at 3 round starts in a row, right? Okay. And Daigo was maybe expecting it too.
You did make me hold my breath for a minute. I was like, can't possibly.
No possible way.
Unsafe crouching. Strong slide.
Yeah, try to get in there. It didn't happen. Daigo was prepared with the down medium punch flash kick as a punish. And this is bad news.
Yeah,
this kind of positioning as Chun-Li is so tough.
That's the range you don't want to be. And then Daigo's the one that's going to confirm into the CA. For game 1, looking pretty clean. And most troublingly to me, that's how the match is supposed to look on paper.
Right.
And MOV needs to find a way to shake that up. And those jumps maybe were intended to do that. And he landed one of them, but yeah, not able to put it together consistently.
It's such a big gambit, right? Like going for those jumps all the time. I mean, if you eat a flash kick, you now have, Daigo's waiting at the start of the round for the jump. If you eat those flash kicks, you're back so far away, and Daigo's just gonna throw booms all day. Right here, this range is so
tough.
That's
really tough, yeah.
Like you had to empty jump in, but you know, at what cost? You're just eating chip the whole way.
Oh, gets hit on wake up. You needed to try and make something happen there.
Raw spinning birdie on the only thing he was in range for. Daigo blocking it out.
He'll take it.
Just gotta weather. You just gotta wait 2 of those back pierces in a row. They recover very quickly. He's got a flash kick, right? You know,
yeah. MOV smartly trying to back off to a range where maybe at least the flash part of the kick would miss.
Yeah.
First neutral jump we've seen in a while. Very difficult to jump the neutral jump those booms.
No. Oh, no. He got a combo off of it too. Man.
Feels wrong.
Yeah, he activates and he's just under house arrest with those ankle bracelets, but it doesn't matter. He just sits there and he eats you up. Oh, I love that. Yeah, back heavy punch. Good choice there. Didn't get a crush though.
What? Dashing up?
Just the way Daigo plays, the way he closes out rounds is aggression a lot of the time. There it is. Shoots right through with the EX.
And that's just a losing position to be in. You gotta guess. I'm not even sure that Daigo, or that MOV has done more damage than Daigo jumping over fireballs.
Yeah,
I feel like Daigo might actually be even winning that part of the game.
It's crazy to think about, but he's had great, you know, he feels when MOV retreats off and wants to throw fireballs at a range like this, and he just has the forward jumps, flash kick, yeah. Such a floaty jump, counter hit again on wake up here. And respects it. You know that the threat of upside down kick is so big there that you don't want to hit too many buttons afterwards because of the flash kick, but Daigo just stays patient on defense.
Takes the throw.
Activates. It's going to be a combo. He's got CA. Oh, he's very close.
Gonna go to the EX? No. Almost had CA. Holds his meter.
Yeah, that'll be checkmate. You got to be very careful. Even a badly thrown fireball can be CA'd on reaction by Daigo. Look at that back fist. Any big hit.
He's still sitting on the trigger, counting down so slowly.
Oh, wow. Bad news now, yeah. He's got 1 hit left. Any little tap from Guile. He's still got V-trigger.
There's just so many bad options from this position, too.
Oh, the bazooka knee just surprises MOV with it.
I was going to say.
He's like formulating his offense. He's like, all right, how do I crack Daigo open? What's going to be my mix-up? Boom, bazooka knee.
Well, and it's like in the top 20 moves he might do, bazooka knee does not occur on that list.
Definitely not. I mean, look like a low jab or low light kick.
For
or,
sure, yeah,
all those
boom,
things.
blah, blah, blah. But Daigo, again, feeling it, finds a way to connect with the right move at the right time. Even if, wow.
It's the story of his life.
Missed boom there to open?
Yeah, I don't know what that was. He did the flash kick motion with Sonic Boom with a punch.
With a punch, yeah. That's our Daigo.
He just forgets what Sonic Boom is.
He's going to be the best old man.
Oh, tried that anti-air sweep that he loves to do, but didn't work out. Uh-oh. Respected the flash kick. Now Daigo has offense.
Throw shenanigans.
And this boom pressure is very dangerous in the corner, but MOV always hitting that crouching light kick. He's willing to challenge.
I love the decision there. He needed to make that decision.
everybody just respects it. They're so afraid of that follow-up boom, and Daigo, he's willing to go for the crazy flash kicks, right? He's lived and died on that his entire life.
And they're just that much less crazy while he was V-trigger.
Oh, lands on it. It allows him to set up the V skill. And everybody's so afraid after that upside down kick of the reversal flash kick. Back throw.
Finds
Not
win.
enough.
Hurts. Will Daigo steal it?
Oh! Oh no, CA for chip though.
Yeah.
CA for chip is such a bad. Daigo's just gonna wait it out. Oh, he counter hit combo. He was trying to figure it out. Like, how do I get in there and make this chip happen? And yeah, forward medium kick, such an important button for Guile, right? Counter hit abilities. Oh, this is huge.
Another raw jump in from MOV, this time punished in the biggest way possible. Finds the crush.
Yeah, on that bazooka knee, Daigo was looking for it. Ooh, whip punish. MOV in excellent position now, building up that stun. Crushed him, and that'll be stunned.
Two beautiful immediate whip punishes.
Oh, not quite in range for the combo he tried. This is V-trigger activation for Daigo here.
Doesn't spend.
He's still dangerous. That extra damage from V-trigger 2 means that a counter hit forward medium kick or something could kill. That's gonna be it. Splash kick. Daigo Umahara with the 3-0.
Sajam, I gasped.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
It was, for all these years,
he still does it.
He still make me just go, no. The deuce, you say. I feel like my monocle would have just fallen into my tee.
Yeah, just complete and utter shock. No way.
That's right.
Daigo Umahara with a wild flash kick. But after all these, it's still surprising, yeah. It doesn't matter how many times you see it.
No, it still works. It is, I don't know. It's been, let me digress here for a moment. It's been such a pleasure for me to be here. My own history as a player, my first trip to Japan was a competition, one of the very first competitions between the US and the Japanese players. We won't talk about how badly I personally got spanked in that competition, but that competition with some of the Japanese organizers was part of what led into the SBO, known as Togeki, Super Battle Opera, still one of the all-time classic names for a tournament.
Yes.
Super Battle Opera, what could be better?
Yeah.
Had a great run, many years of incredible competition, really raised the bar for presentation, made fighting games feel like just this big, enormous, amazing thing. Super Battle Opera is no longer with us,
right?
But the chance for, that was some of what they did really inspired EVO to sort of take it to the next level and try and push forward and improve the presentation, improve the size of the tournament, grow it, bring it to more players. And so for EVO to be making it back to Japan now after all these years and to share some of that inspiration with the players here and see the community come together, this is just really an amazing full circle moment. And to see some of the same great champions here competing, still winning at the same level, it's an unbelievable story, and really, yeah, the gasp of seeing Daigo do something amazing hasn't gotten old for me, and it's just really my pleasure to be here and share this journey with everybody here who's come into the fighting game family. And that honestly is really what it feels like coming to Japan. Like, you don't know these people, you don't know the language, but we all are on the same page and really feel like a group and have a lot in common in a way that's just been incredibly meaningful to my life. So thanks, Daigo. Thanks.
Yeah, for flash kicking from half screen away.
That's right. It brought me back in a big way, and as well, really exciting to see John Takeuchi, who we're going to see in another generation, as well as yourself, like people who've come into the scene and really picked up the mantle and run with it and done incredible things. So I'm excited about the future of the game. I'm excited about the future of fighting games, and it's just unbelievable to me that EVO, this thing that started in a dirty Sunnyvale arcade with some trash talkers on the internet, has spread around the world like it has, and to share that dream and just wanting to figure out, hey, who is the best? Let's figure it out, sort it out, let's get together.
The inspiration from a Japanese event to start a US event that now occurs in Japan.
Unbelievable.
Is absurd as it is, and it leads to a match that we're about to see on our screen. Probably a match that I don't think anybody could be more excited for. Echo Fox's Tokido versus Daigo Umahara. A match with more history than I've been alive to see. And there's a lot of lore here. I mean, these two have, done so much. They battled so many times in so many different games. And the interesting thing is that At the end of Daigo's most recent event that he organized a massive event for a bunch of different games, Kimono Michi. Tokido challenged him. He said, I would like to play Daigo in the next Kimono Michi, and it looks like we're getting an early peek here.
Yeah, and I feel like Daigo's playing with a little bit of salt in his shorts here. Finds the sweep.
I can say that I've never had salt in my shorts. I don't know where that phrase come from.
You'll find out here. He's playing, like, I like it. There's a little bit of some, you can use salt, you can use starch.
Whatever it is, there's something in those shorts. Gusto.
Pushing him.
And look at how comfortable Daigo is in this matchup. This has always been one of those matchups where Akuma players, it feels like they have had the work to overcome, and Tokido's been very, very good about that.
The counter there.
Oh, what a jump again, and he links it into an EX flash
That
kick.
is not easy to do.
No.
Not just to maintain that, not just to pull the charge, but yeah.
To recognize the range that you're at and be like, well, the best thing I could do is EX flash kick.
Just enough damage to get it done. And again, that's the second time we've seen that long range jump forward into the sweep.
Yeah, just excellent knowledge of his, character's spacing and his options.
That's what Street Fighter's all about.
Just backing him up with those booms, and you can see Tokido, he's kind of worried about throwing fireballs at this range because Daigo's jumped so many times.
He's punished him consistently.
It means that Daigo can move in and kind of do what he wants to do, and that fear is so important.
With throws.
And look at this space is so important. Daigo walks all the way in behind it.
Classic tick. Nice break by Tokido. Oh, could have been a flash kick. Wasn't.
Tokido with the big lead now. Daigo got to make something happen. V-Trigger 2 available. Jump over. He's got
Not this time. Yeah, no, it's too close to the fireball. Tokido not taking any chances, just backing off.
Daigo just working on this positioning, right? Trying to drag him closer to this corner.
Already with full CA. He's not really playing for the third round potentially here. He's got to get it done now.
Yeah, he might be able to. That's the thing. Activation. Got Tokido trying to jump out and twice in a row. Yeah. It's such a calculated choice, right?
Yeah. He knows there's just only okay.
He's willing to spend a bar. Yeah, he only needs one more solid hit. And Tokido, he's got to stop running and now start fighting.
Oh, and another fireball there.
This is it. This is the chance.
Oh, he spent two.
Daigo with a throw into there. 10 seconds left on the clock here. Speed dash forward. He was trying to read the backward movement, and Tokido stood his ground and fought. He recognized that he couldn't rely on the time.
Yeah, you don't want to have to deal with that kind of pressure. There was a relatively large amount of time on the clock.
Yeah, 8 seconds is all the world.
Oh, just silencing the boom.
Flash on the fireball again. This range very dangerous to throw fireballs. You got to be confident in your read every time you throw it.
For both characters, to be honest.
Yeah, Akuma so many fast kind of horizontal moves that he can just get over with, right? MK Tatsu or even the EX Demon Flip. Walked all the way in for the big boot.
Looked like that might not have even been safe there.
Yeah, he had the jab punish on the other side. Daigo moving in now. More aggressive than he was earlier. Crush counter sweep to punish the Demon Flip.
That's that salt we were talking about before.
I'm starting to see it, I think.
Yeah.
Crush counter sweep is a unique thing to Daigo as an anti-air.
Oh, there he's got it. Goes for the sweep. Wow.
Daigo, yeah, he's willing to challenge it. CA!
Oh!
He had the link on the other side. Is it in time? It's not. But a decent amount of chip either way, and he's safe. No flash kick either. Daigo didn't take the risk.
I thought maybe to get paid off with the boom.
Man, he hit so many buttons there. Dangerous, but the flash kick keeps him alive. Daigo Umehara with the lead now and time to run.
The tables have turned here on Tokido.
Oh, you gotta respect the flash kick. Tokido was ready with the punish.
Oh,
dropped
drop.
it. 18 seconds on the clock.
Phoenix versus the triple rip fireball.
Challenges. Oh, 2 in a row, and Tokido thought he would.
Yeah, after one.
How would you be brave enough to hit that button twice in a row, you know?
And again, Daigo's magic at sensing the wrong button at the right time.
Yeah, exactly, right? He didn't make the right choice. He made the wrong choice, which was the right choice.
Against somebody as calculating as Tokido, maybe the perfect play.
Right, and that's the thing. You can never expect Daigo to do what you expect, which is what's so hard about fighting him. You never know exactly what the decision making is going to be because even he doesn't know. He just plays whatever feels right. You know, whatever salt he pulls out of his shorts, that's the button he's going to hit.
It's the power of the heart. Oh.
Tokido moving in. He's relying much more on the ground normals now than he was earlier.
Daigo not in position to punish the jump. Oh, there we go.
And a side switch on top of that. He's got corner positioning, the wake-up jab. He didn't believe in the meaty.
I like the decision there from Tokido. Didn't want to have to deal with that corner pressure.
Takes the meaty throw. He's getting close to stun here. Daigo fights out with a crouching light kick on Wake Up.
Oh, not quite.
Big call out. Tokido's close to stun here.
Still
Yeah.
living.
Wake Up button from Daigo Umehara, and that's going to seal the round. Tokido with the uppercut. I think it seems like Tokido's a little sick of him.
Yeah, and he switched tactics a little bit and just said, look, I'm going to try and bully with my natural character advantages here, not sit back and play this game that's gone closer to, oh, punish opportunity.
Yeah, he was trying to react to a fireball maybe with the MK Tatsu.
And Tokido, for his part, has not been taking it lying down on the pressure. He's not letting Daigo put together much.
Yeah, takes the throw. Not the end of the world for Tokido. He's got V-Trigger 2 now.
No,
uppercut, yeah.
Absolutely in this. Clean uppercut.
Ooh, caught the backdash with the fireball. That allowed him to gain a lot of space and respect.
And the knockdown. Yeah.
Fights out of there with the EX boom. I like the choice,
Max
but Tokido,
punish. Again, he's not taking it.
yeah, big damage. Wastes out the rest of his trigger there. Back
Wow.
throw. Big position for
Again.
Daigo.
3. No! Too far.
And the boom shot the wrong way. Oh,
That's
chip.
the chip out.
V-reversal available, but not going to matter. Yeah, it's going to persist no matter what you try. There's a few of the CAs in this game that you can't V-reversal very consistently with a lot of characters. Urian, another example. Whoa, big back fierce. He's fighting with these normals up close. And Daigo, he has...
Yeah, no booms this round.
He's got like this recognition of what his opponent wants to do, like the rhythm of his opponent. He's just so familiar. You can just kind of feel where the match is going.
Wow.
Yeah, all these buttons, right? He just opens
decisions.
up with like 3 or 4 kind of errant, strange buttons. Oh, wow.
It's whatever the opposite of a hit confirm is.
Yeah, block confirm.
Yeah. And it cost him quite a bit. The comfort he had earlier in this match, quickly gone. Very much still in it, but would love to be in that 2-0 position. We've seen how quickly Tokido can adjust.
Yeah, and he figured the jump would be there with the red fire. He actually made Tokido spin a bar there, so I think probably worth it for Daigo. Oh, anti-air.
Didn't have the charge.
That was incredible patience from Tokido, not the throw tech. He might have been dead. And he was ready. Yeah, not everybody.
Punish.
You know, a lot of people will study those shenanigans with Daigo.
Why? How?
Back throw. EX Boom is a threat right now. Tokido lands on it. The measuring tape.
Not.
Where was the distance on that?
He did not convert to metric. Wow. Wow. And you could just see the decision sort of going through in his mind, and then he, happens to the best of us, apparently.
Yeah, even in top 8 of one of the most stacked Street Fighter V tournaments of all time, someone accidentally lands on a fireball.
And not just landing on a fireball, but from like across screen. Guy
No
wasn't
threat,
anywhere
yeah.
close, no threat. All you had to do was neutral jump the fireball. Tokido can hurricane kick in the air. Lots of things he can do to hang. Probably the character with the best hang time in the outside of Ibuki. And just lands on it. Wow, that's a tough one.
Puts Daigo up 2-0 here.
Wow.
Misses opportunity at an uppercut.
He's been so consistent. Every time Tokido jumps in from that range, he has the cross up ready.
Oh,
and again,
right into the flash kick. Yeah, we recognize that's one thing that Daigo's so good about.
There
Dizzy,
it
yep.
is.
Builds a little bit of bar for himself. Down jab flash kick. Daigo Umehara on match point over the EVO champion.
And he's flowing. Daigo's flowing right now. And you see the head tilt comes a little bit deeper. It's a sign for the beast. He smells it. But Tokido.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time Daigo was just playing this well, right?
Yeah.
Like he had a top 8 finish at Capcom Cup, but he wasn't playing like this.
It's been, I think, a challenge for him to play the game the way he wants to play it. And not every game can be played the way every player wants to play it.
Exactly.
But it seems like he's really found his groove here.
He's one of the few people who really just tries to bend the will of the game to how he likes to play. He doesn't just accept defeat. Oh, the jump again. He's had, I don't even know how many perfect jumps over fireballs from Tokido so far.
Tokido answering with the EX wake up into the V trigger. Bring him even.
Daigo just waiting it out. Yeah, these red fireballs, he's got to deal with them. Activates on block.
Block sequence just to get back to neutral. Feels confident that he can get it done here. Doesn't overcommit there. Recognizing Tokido's position. Oh.
No hit confirmed from Tokido. And look at him just walking him down these little micro steps. Every little pixel matters just like that. He makes it over.
Just the hit pause enough to hold him in the air just long enough to let the fireball sail underneath.
Demon flip
challenges it, but a good trade for Tokido, and that might be it.
And he was reaching for his water before that animation was even over.
No, he's looking forward.
Daigo trying to retain this momentum. Losing this, I think, would be pretty tough to kind of hold this set back from Tokido.
Well,
Once he's in the zone, he's tough to beat.
That's right. Tokido's so good at pulling things back and then turning that slowly, the momentum in his favor. Daigo wants to keep that door closed.
Look at this, Daigo running all the way in, back to mid-screen now off that EX boom. 1 EX bar, and he gained himself 3/4 of a screen, basically.
Again, finding that jump in so consistently, not letting Tokido run away with the fireball war. And his answers, even to the red fireballs, have been different every time. Sometimes he'll block it, sometimes he'll jump it. Throws the boom.
It's so hard to, read what he's going to do.
That's right. Tokido pushing forward now, close to the normal range he wants to be at. No fireballs. He wants to solve it this other way.
He's been using a lot more grounded normals in the last couple of matches here.
There it is again.
Upper, yeah, with back fierce, actually. And the V reversal. Even though it's negative, he just wants the guaranteed knockdown, catches the backdash. Look at the space he got back.
Oh, pops him right in the mouth, but does confirm. Very nice sequence.
Yeah, spinning some of that V trigger. Uh-oh, Daigo close to stun now. He's got to worry about it. Can't cancel into that low 40. Easily got him. Doesn't go for the second one. The distance is a little weird. He didn't like the way it looked.
He wants the super, and now the chip out threat.
Chip out is such a big deal. Tokido with the jump. Not the combo. That was the opportunity he needed, and the Evo champion not going to get his repeat.
There will be no Evo Vegas champion. We need a new word.
Yeah, Evo Vegas. Evo primary champion here. The only potential threat left, Infiltration, who was our 2016 Evo champion.
Absolutely, and he's been such a party pooper to a lot of these sort of stories you want to see. Become a major champion in his own right, and we talked about this at the beginning. Menat was one of my choices, not just as a character, but Infiltration playing Menat.
Right.
Very scary to me personally. I think if anybody, well, at this point, the field is somewhat narrowed to the point where we can predict that, but I do think Menat is the thing that was scaring me most at the beginning for this whole tournament, and we're going to get to see it go down.
We'll see how that goes. We have our top 3 settled here at Evo Japan. Crazy to think this tournament has already gotten all the way down to top 3 action, and there it is on your screen.
A field of thousands for this inaugural Evo in Japan.
And John Takeuchi, the young man, versus Infiltration, who has had some of the most hot and cold years in Street Fighter ever.
But again, look at this final 3. What an incredible story.
Yeah. For
Evo coming around the world, coming back, being inspired originally by SBO, now back in Japan, and we've got Infiltration, one of the upstarts of the recent generation, versus Daigo, one of the all-time greats, John Takeuchi, the new blood. All 3 elements represented here as we're approaching the grand finals. Yeah, I couldn't be happier.
I really like this top 3 because all 3 of these guys have sort of had like turbulent years in Street Fighter. John Takeuchi, when he came out, he kind of burst onto the scene in 2016. He had a great performance. Everybody's like, we should send this guy everywhere. And they did, and he had an awesome year, but he hasn't really gotten deep enough, and I think this is obviously his most prestigious finish, right? At least top 3 in a tournament like this is incredible.
The worst he could do is top 3.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Don't say those kind of words. But the thing that's impressive to me about this is I hope that it opens guys not only to young players in Japan, but in the U.S. and everywhere else as well, that it's not too late to compete with players of legendary caliber.
Absolutely not.
Like, if you put in this kind of time and effort, you can compete with the best of them, right? It's this kind of time in fighting games where everybody is kind of jumping in, not only to new games and new starts, but they're trying out many different fighting games. It's like an era where everybody wants to just play everything, and that's probably the most positive thing you could ask for.
And it does great things for your game across all these different games. Right. But, and especially for a game, even within Street Fighter V itself, that changes frequently enough to reward or open those doors. So calcified habits or understandings of the game don't necessarily pay off in the same way. So there's, I think, doors opening all the time for new players.
Right. So even if you are someone like Daigo who has the calloused hands of gripping those joysticks, he came to the U.S. and had to play an American stick. He was like, how do I do this? One match on an American stick, and I thought my hands were going to fall off. It was crazy. But
both hands trying to move it around.
Yeah.
And, churning the butter.
I think it's brutal. But you have our winners finals, and again, John Takeuchi, the young man there.
And we'll see what kind of answer, what kind of preparation he might have. That scene is funny every time.
Every time he drinks from that giant.
I was going to try and just roll through there, and I'm like, nope, still funny.
That's for the big cup noodle that comes on stage at the end. He's got to fill that up.
Shout outs to the cup noodle. big demonic animate cup has brought great joy to my heart.
Yeah, it has. Imagining
the winners.
many different realms, cooking that much noodles at once, the amount of water you need, the stability in that cup. It just can't be possible. Yeah, the sodium.
Which is appropriate for a fighting game tournament.
for sure.
Perfect.
The handshake there it is. Infiltration, not likely the character we'll see from him. I don't expect him to switch. He has a few other pocket characters, including Rashid, who John Takeuchi plays. But
yeah, certainly a lot of matchup familiarity. I can't imagine we're going to see his jury pop out at this stage.
Yeah, it'd be very deep in the tournament. And even if he does lose here and have to go against Daigo, or if Daigo makes it up after or something, I expect we'll see Minot against Guile as well.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's right, as we said, like, from the moment that Minot came on the scene, I think everyone recognized the potential there, but I don't think we've seen anybody quite put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
And I think Infiltration is, you know, the way he learns a character so fast, so quickly, with such insight, he really has a feel for a lot of characters, much quicker than I think a lot of other players and across the board. So I think he might be the guy to bring Minot.
Yeah, and it's like an understanding of how the character plays like traditionally, but then also his own unique flair, right? Infiltration doesn't play...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch any other Minot player on the planet, like, it doesn't look like Infiltration. It's it's such a bizarre style.
The thing I love about that, too, is that was an evolution for him as a player.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I think he was blown up somewhat justifiably for playing a little bit set play, like kind of by the book. Like, you could have substituted. His decision-making and his execution was always excellent, but you could have substituted him for a lot of Akumas or something like that.
Yeah, it's like a chess-playing robot, right? It always made the correct decisions, but like you didn't see sort of his own unique flair on a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
And he was incredibly dominant, but like in a fashion that was just like, geez, you know? But now it's like he has this uniquely Infiltration style that's so fun to watch, and we're going to see it on display here at Winners Finals of EVO Japan 2018.
The first of what maybe one, maybe many.
Maybe hundreds, who knows?
We can hope.
Yeah, here in Akihabara.
We have the new generation John Takeuchi, sort of the middle generation with Infiltration. Getting that orb out on screen right away, answering the approach of John. Uh-oh.
And that explosion. A new move that she has in Season 2. It's incredibly powerful.
So good. Wow. John's just been hit by every single orb. Nice block on the overhead, but
it was spaced out so beautifully that when he tried to punish after, it didn't matter the throw bait, Infiltration, and then he resets anyway. He's looking incredible.
Oh, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, it very reminiscent of a year and a half ago in EVO 2016 when no one could put their hands on Infiltration, and every little trick and situation he was put in was so like well thought out. He's been there a million times, and he's just doing things that nobody else would think of.
His mass is all over the place.
Yeah, skating around the screen. But Rashid doing kind of the same. He's incredibly mobile, very high, stun, going to be a factor, high damage, lots of pressure, and right back at Infiltration here.
A more traditional kind of round for Rashid, winning in, so showing at least that when he can find the opening, he's able to make the most of it.
Yeah, something that Chun-Li was struggling against Infiltration right from Human Bomb. Even when he got in, the damage and mix-ups weren't like a character like Rashid, who corners you at 94 seconds with, barely a scratch. Yeah,
that wasn't Human Bomb. That was the character ability, especially in the corner. Wow, what an answer!
And damage after this is okay, but he really needs to fight away from this pressure, right? That's one thing that he's struggling with here. And look at that, Rashid escapes. Now it's going to be a big problem, separated from the orb.
Love that decision there, just going straight for the throw, not even mess around on the ground. Found the opening, getting it done. The orb, he's just stuck there.
Yeah, brings it back safely. Activation, this could be big. He might actually choose the reset here. Yeah, goes for the cross-up on the other side.
Great block.
One orb remaining.
Keep one in the chamber.
Yeah, he might be able to use it on Wake Up here. Yeah, he tried to shoot it out to defend himself with a throw. Oh, got him.
And John Takeuchi with the critical art.
First round goes to him. That's the strength of that standing heavy kick V-trigger 2. If you're using V-trigger 1, you just shoot the big tornado, you can get a juggle after it, And if it's blocked, it's really not that threatening. But, standing heavy kick into V-trigger 2 is so useful on hit or block.
And, the familiarity with V-trigger 1, I think the mileage may have run out a little bit on that.
So now we see game 2 here, rolling in, trying to get past that orb early. And the thing about Minot is you either wait for the orb and then play after, or you beat her to the punch. Don't allow her to get that orb out.
Once it's there, right. Look how much it shuts down, right? There we go.
Yeah, it makes her combo potential much higher because without it, her punishes are not too bad. But this is where you want to be. Separate her from the orb and then take advantage. Yeah, exactly. Weak defensive options as well. So you really are just kind of forcing her to be stuck here. V reversal away.
Long range on the V reversal. I do really think that the point about the Chun-Li matchup that we saw before is the difference between Rashid. Rashid really has the corner damage potential.
Just like that. I mean, he escapes, but at the cost of his orb, instant overhead a threat. This time, it looked like he was maybe baiting V reversal.
Yeah, and John weathered the storm very cleanly there.
Jumps over. He doesn't have the orb in his hand. Surprise! It's actually behind him, which is kind of not where you want to be.
No.
Yeah, now he has to resummon it.
But he's got it. And back on the screen, coming right back.
Yes, whipping those heavy punches. And look at John just kind of waited out. He's either waiting for the orb to finish or moving in at an opportunity where he doesn't have it out already.
And again, smart decisions because he knows he has the life lead. It's not a big one, but it's enough.
Yeah, one hit here and John could have a CA. It's very, very dangerous for infiltration.
Oh, he got it!
Yeah, and that extra move speed on the CA that he received really helped him out here. One of the changes that he got.
Yeah, infiltration, I feel like he's been making some good decisions overall, but he's just not really biting after that first round. He's playing smart, willing to find his rushes when he gets them, otherwise just hang back.
Yeah, very patient for such a young player too, right? He just sort of sits in the pocket and waits.
Oh, trying to punish the V reversal. And infiltration has also gone to a few sort of wild dive kicks just to get out of the corner, and they have not gotten punished by John Takeuchi, but he's still being able to close out the rounds.
Look at John just wait. Yeah, he recognized finally, look, I've been waiting here long enough. Infiltration will get a little antsy, as he is prone to do, right? He likes to move, he likes to hit buttons.
That is absolutely correct.
Look at him just wait.
Yeah, just bob up and down. I'm not going to commit. Why am I going to get popped by that thing? I'm not closing in on super. Nope.
And again, that rolling V skill, not even that risky to do. Her punishes on it are fairly weak, especially without V trigger.
Yeah, if the orb's not in position on the screen,
wow, what a
chase
snipe.
down.
Yeah, he knew he was going to try to jump it, but there's the wake up 3-frame right into V trigger 2. Not the combo he was looking for.
Mixing up this time, going for the throw. Wow, I like the air to air.
Ooh, pulls the orb back in. John Takeuchi
switching gears a little bit here, willing to challenge the orb now a little bit more. I like this.
Yeah, the explosion, and John just waiting it out, getting close to full CA. Oh, the jump at infiltration.
Hit. Yes!
As we mentioned, he will get antsy, right? Eventually, he wants to do so much, right? The actions he does per the APM is so high, right? And eventually, he just moved in, got tagged by that forward medium punch into the EX Eagle Spike.
And what I'm really loving about this is I feel like infiltration has been feasting on the sort of frustration and bafflement of the other players.
Yes.
So Takeuchi just sort of opting out of that, being like, look, this is kind of a threat from the middle of the screen. Really not. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna hang out here. Like, you can explode the orb if you want. Call it back in, and really turning that sort of antsiness, as you call it, I think correctly, of infiltration back on him. And now, a little bit of self-reflection.
Yeah, he sort of has to reconsider here, I think. As you mentioned, preying on the thinking about the jury pick here.
Wow.
And it's locked in pretty quickly.
I didn't think it happened, but there it is. Certainly after those beatings with Minot, like, yeah, there was really, again, talk about a lack of consistency. Sometimes you just sort of get beat in the details, a couple of critical decisions don't go your way. The Minot game plan wasn't coming together for him at all since round 1.
Yeah, I think more really surprised at the strategy of John Takeuchi. He didn't run in and kind of get beat up like many people do, eat a lot of damage on the way in. He was patient when he had to be, and when he got in, he capitalized on the offense, and if infiltration ever slipped away, as he does, since he is so talented at it, you just kind of wait and take the next opportunity.
Jury's a character who needs to build up a little bit of space, but starting on that fireball is maybe the opportunity that he needs.
Yeah, and the fireball a little bit better in this version, travels slightly further, so.
I love the decision there from infiltration to jump back. Even though he's cornering himself, it wasn't big cost, he just stays away from that counter poke potential.
Yeah, you see infiltration, he buffered for 5 seconds and then forward jump, right? There's usually something like that from him. He likes to move forward.
And again, I really like the way John Takeuchi is cashing in those throws. He knows that that's what's being offered, and so he's going to take it every time.
Back throw, and now this is what infiltration wants, right? Space the move activates off the pinwheel. Overhead, well, it's popped. And rolls back to the corner now. John just needs one big hit. The wake up low light kick. And the Eagle Spike,
right over it.
He was ready for it. John Takeuchi, one hit. Throws it.
No screen, gets hit.
Oh, he took the wrist.
Infiltration says, I'm not going out like that, youngin'.
One of the big things he was willing to do in the LCQ was take these EX uppercut reversal risks, and Infiltration was usually right about him, so one thing he has to consider now fighting against Jury instead of Manon.
Nice sequence. He has set up roughly the perimeter that he wants, although, as Rashid is likely to do, has found himself in the corner very quickly. Nice answer from Infiltration.
Yeah, and he takes the time to charge that V skill, which will allow him to side switch if he finds a hit.
Just waking up on those buttons.
Oh, what a block. No. Yeah, big damage here for John Takuchi. A lot of stun as well.
Oh, he went for it again. Paid off for him in the press round, but he finds the stun.
A new V trigger, the strength. Oh, a little too far from the combo he tried, actually.
A little drop, but it probably wouldn't have killed regardless.
Lots of pressure.
So look at the gray light building up. One jab. Wow.
Throw
nice
tech
throw
from
break.
Infiltration. Yeah, finally, he blocked for so long.
Wants to get his perimeter set up again here. Ooh, nice counter poke.
Trying to make something happen with his V trigger. John Takuchi just needs a little tap here.
And he's so active, though. So impressive. So opposite of what we saw Taquito do in similar situations. Finds the loop. Now the pressure's on John.
Chip is a big problem here. He activates no V reversal. The Eagle spike.
The punish. Yeah, he had queued up that decision ahead of time. Infiltration threw out the fireball, and it's one of those, like, you made a decision in your head. You know it's now the wrong one, but you still have to sort of, like, you're caught
the hands
in
are
slow
moving.
motion. Yeah. Your brain's already decided. That's a tough place to be.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. At that point, you're already like, your hands are doing it, and your brain's like, you know, it would really be better if, and it's too late by then.
You're sort of looking, you're keyed up, and you're like, there's the low fireball, and you're like, wait, no, you're way too far away. I'm never going to get punished. It's still happening.
Yeah, not much you can do there. It's happened to everybody. Everybody's been in that kind of a position. So the Jury switch working out for Infiltration here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking a little bit more confident, and I think the ability to fight on defense a little bit better.
But again, like, I wouldn't call that game at all a dominant round, right?
No.
And look, here we have Rashid, a classic round.
That enhanced wind shot that set him up. Oh, just the combo. Yeah, he shoots the whirlwind, and when he rolls through it, he gains that momentum. He gets extra combo potential there, so.
Lands on the fireball that time with the Eagle Spike. Challenges, but gets hit. And Infiltration coming on hard here.
Yeah, using that flip and activation really well.
Nice V reversal from Takuchi. Dash forward. Escape the pressure and retain the mid-screen.
Oh, too far.
Oh, no confirm.
Takuchi close to building that V trigger. He V reversaled earlier, so it's why he didn't have the gauge.
Two such mobile characters.
Yeah, Takuchi, I like the backdash just to get out of that punish.
Oh, that's the punish. Yeah, that was a big, big bet from Infiltration. Not really sure what prompted that.
Yeah, I mean, with Jury, he likes to do that. It's something that I've definitely seen from him before. He's just betting on your kind of impatience catching up with you, right?
Yeah, but I feel like against Takuchi, that's a really suspect bet.
For sure. Surprising to see such patience from such a young player, right? But
that's it. That's the hallmark of him to me. And what helped distinguish him immediately.
All right, confirms he's willing to spend bar very early.
After a healthy lead, but Takuchi not going to be put down. Wakes up the buttons.
Activates it, yeah, again. Just that V reversal. Infiltration finally using it. He likes to save for that trigger quite often, but with the lead here, it seems like he's comfortable without it.
Such range.
Yeah, it just goes on and on, and Infiltration, he couldn't avoid it forever, so he just stood his ground.
Finds the cross-up, maintains pressure, gets chased down, answers back.
Not dead quite yet, but John, he's getting a little hurried at the end of this round. Okay.
Finds the opening he might need.
Oh,
there it was again.
He has full resources. He spent the CA. We'll see what the damage is going to look like.
He must have done the calculation. He thinks he's going to do it.
Not quite.
No.
He needs one more mix-up. Infiltration. He flips off the
The
wall.
wrong side. What's
Overhead block and punished.
How? John Takuchi, hand in the air. America sweatshirt. The new generation says, welcome. Roll out the red carpet. I'm headed to grand finals.
A USA champ from the crowd. As close as they'll get, you know, as close as they'll get to a representative here in the top 8. Congratulations to John Takuchi, who's in winner's side grand final.
Unbelievable. One of the brightest stars of the new generation up against one of the eternal flames of the old generation.
Exactly, yeah. Somebody who's had some of the best years in Street Fighter ever, right? Infiltration, like when you look at it, his dominant years, they make absolutely no sense, right? Almost nobody like rivals that kind of like consistent dominance. And it's crazy. So
it just sort of confused everybody.
Yeah.
Like, came out of nowhere. It's like put such a spanking. Everyone was like, wait, what?
Yeah, who is
What's
this guy?
happening?
What does he think he's doing? Like, players have had higher highs,
Oh, for sure.
but
Yeah.
consistency is it's absolutely absurd.
And as the field has grown, that consistency grows harder and harder. The fields get bigger, the competition from around the world, and your ability to sort of watch all the different players, that gets harder and harder. So
Right.
the fact that he was able to do it when he was super impressive to me.
Exactly. Yeah, 2012, he did it in a couple of games, and it was like, wow, that was you know incredible. But 2016, it's like, man.
But your money's on 2020.
2020, I'm telling you,
Wow.
every 4 years, my man is just killing it.
I'm sure Infiltration would like to disagree with that. Say 2018 is still a young year. He's got plenty of chances left.
I'm with you on that. I had the 4-year plan doesn't just mean that every 4 years it's good. It's every 4 years it's amazing. Every 2 years he has a good year.
Look, are you going to commit to something, or are you
That's
just
the
gonna, like,
commitment right there. That's what, you have to understand. Us young players, we all the options, right? We covered everything, just much
That's
like
right.
John
It's a
Takuchi.
safety bet. Okay.
Yeah, the
All
safety
right.
bet.
Boo. Boo to the
We
safety
don't
bet.
all play with our hearts.
Gotta
We
play,
have
wake up uppercut all
this
the
is
time.
real
yeah.
data. I've got to tell you.
Data will be the death of us all.
Yeah,
just uppercut.
Eventually, there will be robots that take our commentary positions, and they'll have the data too.
Yeah, pipe. Now.
Our grand finals. Losers finals here at EVO Japan. It's of course going to be Daigo Umehara versus Infiltration, who just had that loss to John Takuchi, an immediate switch back to Minada as we probably expect.
Round one.
Infiltration wants to find his way back to John. This is going to be a tough fight. We're not playing very much Guile's own game.
Yeah, it's such a weird fight for both of these characters. I think like both of them have
It is
such
bizarre.
Yeah,
it's
it's
with the
such-
reflect as well. Yeah.
Exactly. It's such a strange game plan that both characters sort of adopt. It's like a little unusual from what they usually do. You see how forward Infiltration is moving a lot of the time, right? A little, he had a little issue there when he did the jump heavy punch. He shoots the orb, and he tried to do crouching medium punch after, but it was still missing. It hadn't come back yet. Something to consider for Infiltration.
Find KD here.
Look
Oh,
at
too
Daigo.
far.
Yeah, all kinds of
Missed the
offense.
flash kick.
He can't establish the boom game he wants. Nice confirm from Infiltration. Recognize he didn't need to go for any kind of reset there. He's going to be able to close it out without the bar.
Fancy town and a hat brim flip. Yes.
Grabbed it a little bit there.
Milady.
He's got a nice head of hair under there, actually. Should be showing it off. Yeah, that explosion again. Such a funky matchup, as we mentioned. The clash between their projectiles. Takes the sweep.
Wow.
Yeah. Only get that off of like a super close back.
Yeah, that is a lot of awareness. Oh, didn't get punished.
Explosion again. Yeah, and then he gets the V reversal. He actually destroyed the seal that Guile created, and then there was the explosion afterwards.
Oh, wow. Nice fishing him out of the air. Nice counterplay from Infiltration.
Gotta look for the pullback on that. Oh, V reversal. Daigo going the wrong way.
Wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, gotta be careful about hitting buttons against V-Trigger Guile. If he finds a hit, the damage is huge.
I like Daigo looks sort of annoyed by this.
Yeah, this is definitely not what he
Shenanigans.
wants to deal with.
No.
Hey, you know to Daigo, it's too early in the morning for this. Like 6 p.m., he can't handle this. EX Boom catches the drill. Big jump in, but the
Good
reflected
trade.
fireball, yeah.
Okay. Daigo showing his annoyance here. It may end up costing him the round.
Missed the combo that he was
Drops it,
looking
though.
for at V reversal. I like the choice, but
Still has an orb out, too.
and there it is. He shoots the rest of it. Infiltration, he's on full CA.
Crazy. Great break.
You know he's looking for that CA reaction on one of the Boom's jumps.
Daigo burning the last of his meter.
Ooh, the orb. Oh, block.
Oh, great blocks.
You gotta look for the pullback, yeah.
Yeah.
Wants that orb back in his hands. Reflect.
Daigo
Oh, he
making-
missed. That was, wow. For sure
That
a
was-
CA
yes,
attempt,
that's
yeah.
right.
He just wanted to get the chip. He didn't care what
Yeah.
would happen at that moment, right? Just a missed input from Infiltration, and it's gonna end up costing him.
And when you see Infiltration smile like that, that's because he knows he had one in the bag and he
Well-
dropped it. It's coming out now.
There it is, yeah. Grabs both hands on the hat.
Still in the mind. Wait, again.
Yeah, twice he did it.
Double full hat grab.
We haven't seen that since EVO Japan 2005. Yeah, it's been a while. Again, when that orb is above your head, you just gotta respect it the whole time, right? It's such a threat the entire way you're moving in, even with that boom in front of him, right?
Yeah, I almost feel bad for Daigo trying to follow into Boom. Like, oh, I've got a threat to. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, well, your threat means
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
Look at this orb. Oh.
Clean.
Yeah, big call out on the anti-air. He was ready for it.
And Daigo just seems hungry for a hit here.
He
Scrambling.
really just wants to get in and hit her.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how. He's just trying to find a way, and it doesn't seem like he has quite like a game plan. It's just get in.
No, and like the same frustration we saw Takeuchi not falling victim to seems to have very much affected Daigo here.
Yeah, he is not the type who is going to sit and wait forever. The Euro slot again, and the reflect. Daigo just running into everything here, activates it, and jumping like kick.
So good. So good.
Minato wins.
Daigo with the chin scratch, thinking, what am I gonna do here?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
What? He's like kind of. There's like a shy smile. Like, all
Yeah.
right, look, fella, can we just meet in the parking lot for fisticuffs like a normal Street Fighter match? Like, I don't want to deal with this orb situation.
I thought we were here to punch each other in the face.
Yeah, he doesn't want to deal with chasing and running and trying to find his way in against the orb. It looks like we've hit character select here. Maybe going back to trigger 1.
No. All right.
You were
For a
expecting
moment, I was thinking,
maybe the storm clouds of his mind were coming
yeah,
back.
I don't know. I was hoping we might get a little bit of Ryu with V-Trigger 2.
That
Mighty
would be
parry.
Yeah, that would be nice to see.
I mean, almost certainly would be his death, but in high fashion.
Yeah, you got to go out with a bang here. I'm sure the crowd would love to see Daigo back on Ryu. I mean, to be honest, they'd be happy watching him do anything. Yeah, he just has to sit there and deal with the orb, and Daigo doesn't want to deal with it.
No, and his anti-airs have been defeated consistently by the jump ins. So there's really no part of his game plan that's been popping so far.
Yeah.
Even when he gets the big, the powered up boom and he's chasing behind it, Infiltration really hasn't taken anything from that.
Wake up 3-frame, gets the orb recall as well off the V skill. Bad news.
Yeah, I mean, not with the 3-frame normal.
Seems like
hard to
sometimes.
answer. Yeah.
Good wake up 3-frame check. Tough for a character like Guile to always deal with. A lot of his medias he has to like kind of manually time against the 3-frame character, so you sort of got to play it by feel, which you know Daigo wants to do, but not all the time.
No, and especially not playoff is what it is. Orb on the screen.
Daigo finally working his way in, gets tagged far away. Not a combo because of the distance in the front.
Yeah.
And that drill, you can combo off it with the orb release. Is there a reset here from Infiltration, or is it just the whole loop? Reset, yeah, he goes low. And the orbs are coming down. Daigo challenged anyway. Still close to stun finally.
Wow. Daigo holds his ground. Oh, just jumping in. Is there any part of the game that he can be winning at right now?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, much in the way that Takeuchi was ready for everything, Daigo seems unprepared for it all.
Yeah, and mostly it's just the psychological cost he's been paying. Like, he's making a lot of semi-wild style decisions, which, you know, God bless him, but from this range, like, it's just not... Oh, wow.
No, Daigo.
So good.
Thought it was his opportunity to get in there. Infiltration, he's incredible. Like, he's prepared for all these little details.
No,
and you know,
that's
the
right.
minute he saw that jump, he knew this game was over.
So with the beast succumbing to the web of irritation being laid down here by Bernard,
I think an unsurprising end to Daigo for many of us who've seen him play over the years.
yeah, he's just, I mean, he's not even in position to do anything crazy, right? Like, even if he wanted to be going for wild flash kicks, he's not even playing from the part of the screen.
Yeah, Infiltration won't allow it.
No.
He refuses to accept it.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts.
Can you imagine someone telling Daigo that, hey, you can't flash kick? He's like, who are you?
You just have to play from over here.
Oh, the 3-framer off the drill. What spacing from Infiltration. And then he wanted the reset after Daigo fights out with the jab.
Wow. That's the bullet.
Reflect available. Infiltration pulls the orb back.
Daigo trying to win this with raw force of will.
Look at the spacing on the drill, right on the toes. He aimed for the ankle bracelets. Empty low, good block. Infiltration's defense, very, very impressive. It's like he's the total package. Oh, is that going to reach?
No.
From
No
there?
way.
Why?
No.
Infiltration with the reaction on the CA, and it's enough to kill.
That is the sound of Daigo's heart breaking right there.
If you zoom in, you can see his face. The moment. It's just pure confusion. There's not an angle that's not covered. There's not a box that's not checked. Infiltration is always prepared, and when he's at his absolute best, every 4 years, that's what you expect to see.
When the planets align.
During the winter solstice. Jump over again, and Infiltration. He's got corner to work with too. The orb behind Daigo. He went for the overhead. It's interrupted.
The question that we may be facing as we start thinking about the next match what was the difference here? He succumbed in a way that John Takeuchi didn't.
Yeah, it's just the irritation. Daigo, there's more of his life has passed than John. He doesn't have time to wait around in the same kind of way.
It's got to happen now. He's going to win another Evo.
And it won't get any easier, that's for sure.
Oh, even the EX boom.
Oh, beats the throw,
wow.
and he gets the activation.
Dash is back, and this combo
he tried it again. Just trying to bully Daigo.
He's not trying to bully Daigo, he's bullying Daigo.
Oh, and the jump in, Daigo with no anti-airs. Yeah, it feels like he's unprepared for the drills and the jumps.
And he's just stuck holding that. EX booms seem thirsty in a way that's just not paying off.
Yeah, very rare that that's not an effective tool for Guile. What an anti-air and full CA on deck for infiltration again. The threat of boom. Yeah, you can't throw a sonic boom.
There,
yeah, you can't throw a sonic boom. You can't jump.
Well, you learned that last round.
Activates. Infiltration ready with it. Oh, he woke up with it.
Wake up!
And there was actually, as soon as the wake up happened, there was a nod on Daigo's head. He was like, that's exactly what he was looking for.
There's justice in this world.
Well, we'll see about that. Oh,
yes. No, I was
flash.
like, no. This round will go down to the side of truth and justice. Like, wake up super. Please. Please.
You don't believe in it? Daigo didn't either. There was, as soon as it happened, Daigo nodded. Like, yup, that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, you see him leaning forward. It's the hunger.
Yeah, that's kind of the cheekiness that you expect from infiltration.
Yeah, right? He has a certain sly style.
Yeah, there's no shame in that.
He wants to do what's going to annoy you most. He's very happy in that position. Who wouldn't be? The same sort of dark art of just making your opponent sad, even if you're not winning.
Yeah, much like the grappler players, right? The keep away characters very similar in this.
So
Daigo against the ropes, whip punish activate.
He's got a lot of life to make up here, and again, he's afraid to challenge out of the air because he's lost. Most of them are not normal, just on jump.
Just doesn't have the anti-air timing or flash kick stored anytime.
Yeah, without the flash kick. Yeah, that reflects so good against him. Oh.
He's hoping for something here, but infiltration in complete control over Daigo. And he got the counter hit, not even the full combo. Daigo in the middle of something, and he's going to go home with third place here.
Umahara.
Evo Japan.
Hearty round of applause from the crowd. Happy to see him again. Happy to see him go deep in this inaugural Evo Japan. But it'll be infiltration returning. Threat of the young buck.
And John Takeuchi, this is his biggest test yet. As we mentioned, you know, he's had great performances in this game, but none to this caliber. And this is, you know, the most prestigious event he's made it this far in. It's time for him to truly be tested, right? I mean, making it into grand finals is already a big deal, but can he stay composed against a player like Infiltration?
Well, the answer that we've seen so far is absolutely yes. So I'm more curious to see how Infiltration is going to try and shake it up. The jury answer, even when it was sort of working, wasn't a powerful answer. It wasn't a strong answer. It was sort of scrambly, and he was finding his options, and
it was
some
like
of the
it got him a game.
Working.
Yeah, it got him a game, but it didn't seem like it could get him much more.
Yeah, and it just wasn't. It wasn't strong. Like there wasn't something to bank on there. It was like, oh yeah, you can go back and forth, and maybe I can generate some 50-50s. But the Minot just that game plan wasn't there. Takeuchi just the same way Daigo seemed really actively annoyed to the point of anger. Yeah, it wasn't happening at all for John Takeuchi.
Right.
So.
Just extreme patience, and he is just comfortable. And
it just sort of that realization that, like, that's cool. Like, I don't need this. And really, I mean, the thing that would sort of heartbreaking as well for in the Daigo match is even when Daigo would find the space to get a boom off, like, just reflect it.
Yeah, reflect it in his face. So, and it's like, you know, we talked about Chun-Li not really having the offense to keep up. Like, Guile doesn't have the offense, but he's supposed to have the booms.
Yeah, he's supposed to have that control.
Right.
And she just completely took that away.
Exactly. And when that's taken away, it's real. What do you have? Right? Third place at Evolution is what you've got. Yeah. Not a bad place, but he ran into one of those player or character matchups that is just too tough for him to deal with.
Yeah, I think Minot in a lot of ways is just sort of a slightly higher-powered Guile from the perspective of that matchup.
And there's the handshake. Getting into our grand finals here. Infiltration. He kind of had like a grimace after that, right? Like,
yeah, like the wince. Yeah.
Like, all right, well, maybe he's still formulating kind of what he wants to do. He had to play Daigo right after. And even though he's won, he hasn't had time to sit there and reflect. And Takeuchi, on his win, has been able to reflect.
That's right. And we know where Takeuchi's going here. And Infiltration still looks like he's doing a little bit of thinking. And I think justifiably so. I mean, his Minot was cooking and firing on all cylinders that last game. But does he want to pull it out again after it seemed really ineffectual in the wake of that first round?
And, you know, as happy as my American soul is seeing John Takeuchi in a red, white, blue sweater, I'd really much rather see him in somebody else's garb you know, a Red Bull, a cup noodle, something else. Some company needs
Picked
to
up by a team with this fresh-faced young gentleman.
Some company needs to slap anything on this kid, and I will buy it in the dozens. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, incredibly talented, and yeah, you can put anything on him and it'll work just fine.
He's the face of the future.
Yeah, the future of Street Fighter here.
But now facing perhaps his greatest test as he enters the grand finals. The crowd is feeling it. Evolution 2018 here in Tokyo, Akihabara.
Can't believe it's here. It's such a strange place to be. Japan, the final. Infiltration versus John Takeuchi, one that I don't think many people would have predicted.
No, absolutely not. And in the best possible way. And Jury versus Rashid. Rashid, sure.
Yeah, Jury's such a funky character in this version of the game. She got a little better for sure, but not probably to the levels of a character like Rashid.
Infiltration snuffing out the approach there.
Backing up. You see the runaway game from Infiltration, but for what, right? Like, at what cost? And what is it gaining you sometimes?
Well, and I mean, part of what it... Okay. Oh, no. Yes. Wow, what an answer from the spike. And the chain combo out of the V-trigger, claiming round one. I thought usually what he would get with that backup would be sort of a little psychic pace switch to try and throw you off your game, but John just read it as an opportunity to just roll right in.
Yeah, and this is the character that Infiltration sort of goes to often when he has to fight Rashid. He did the same thing in Season 2, so not surprised to see him a little comfortable in this matchup. And John, yeah, look at the control in the corner. He's just waiting at this range. Now it's his turn.
And as a character, as a counter character, it's certainly way less bad, but it's not a strong matchup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not like it's great. It's just not as bad.
Yeah.
Not worse.
Not worse. That's a great way to be.
Wow. Block.
I love the idea, but blocked.
And wake up buttons again. Infiltration's willing to do it.
Just wants to hold that pressure. It's the biggest lead he's been off to in quite a while. Wow.
Yeah, spending a lot of this trigger. He's out now, blocked on the overhead again.
Yeah, that has not worked out for him.
Infiltration, wake up button. He's willing to do it. The juggle!
Oh, and that's going to connect.
Takeuchi was ready for those young man reactions.
That's
he can hit 2 buttons.
Exactly so. And we've seen those young man reactions and perhaps all those overhead blocks as well.
Yeah, it feels very rare that he gets kind of tricked into bad defense and reactable scenarios, right? Kind of offense that he can't see. You know,
yeah, you make him guess. Right. And then everyone looks the same.
Everybody's mortal at that point, but when it comes to the reactions, he's still just a boy. Corner carry on the medium mixer. Takeuchi's in such a great position here, just waiting outside of Jury's effective range, not letting her store fireballs easily.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent about finding a way to snipe out the fireball charge.
Runs up, sweep, activate. Yeah, very safe. Rolling forward, looking for offense here.
New Infiltration wanted the space.
Ooh, didn't cancel into CA. That's a big opportunity for Infiltration. He was getting close in meter. Sniped out.
Still his opportunity. Can he take this game one, or is Takeuchi going to come back?
You got to be careful about those whirlwind block strings now that Infiltration has CA on deck. He just aids the jump in.
He ate it raw. Why? Oh, you see it reeling. Slipped away, Takeuchi. Again, just holding it solid.
What a time to jump. How long did he wait in that exact range? Just letting Infiltration move, and then finally my turn to jump.
What was the decision? Why did he eat it there?
It's so, yeah, maybe he thought a walk under would happen. He missed an uppercut. He was just, yeah, it seemed like he was surprised. And Infiltration, you know he's got to be beating himself because he was in a great spot. He had CA on deck. He had all kinds of meter to work with. He was looking fine. But man, early dash in from Infiltration, plus frames on that crouching medium punch, and John is in.
And it was something I feel he really needed to establish this character, especially if he's going to come back from the 2-set deficit.
Yeah, that first game was crucial, right? It looked like he was going to close it out easily, and then Takeuchi had to come back. Wow, what a stun.
He needed to tell himself. Well, he's off to a great start here in round 1 of game 2. But it's not just putting together these rounds. It's the consistency that's been missing.
Ooh, the rolling, he's in there already. Infiltration hasn't busted out an uppercut yet. He's been going to them pretty often.
Takes the courtesy throw. Oh, nice air to air.
Takeuchi doesn't block the empty low, and he's in trouble here. Out of trigger, he's got to make this happen without it.
Now Infiltration doesn't want to commit, just jumps right out of the corner. Takeuchi has to allow it, can't afford a trade.
He's just walking all the way in. He has to respect that fireball. Got him with the mixer.
and now has the space that he wants.
Really, he's fishing for a crush counter here. It doesn't anti-air again. He didn't want to try the heavy mixer. Didn't want to risk a trade the die, so Infiltration gets out.
And he knew it. I think Infiltration knew that as well and knew he could just jump right back out.
Well, the buffer spends it earlier. Allows him to get a store here, which he'll happily take a couple of them. Buffering that standing medium kick.
The screen distance as well. Great trade. But again, John not looking rattled. Holding his ground. Finds the mixer opening.
The crush counter. We'll see the setup again, the dive kick.
Good blocks.
There it is, a challenge on the roll. Takuchi thought it was going to be something else. And the V-reversal, the pace that Infiltration's playing is so much better for him.
Yeah, he's turning down in a lot of ways.
Yeah, which he recognized that Takuchi is waiting, so maybe Infiltration should do some of the same.
And that's the best. That's really Street Fighter at its highest, sort of playing to each other's level, back and forth, matching each other's pace.
Early V-reversal again, I like it a lot. Just creating distance for himself. Takuchi's got to work his way in.
See if he can get him to bite. He waited just that extra second before he went for the uppercut and answered again.
Yeah, that wake-up button from Infiltration has worked so many times because he established the uppercuts. And I feel like not even in this set, the last set.
Previously, yeah, that's right.
Carrying on from one set to the other, Takuchi says, well, he's willing to take those risks, so I will kind of respect it a little bit. And because of that, Infiltration getting away with buttons and jumps on wake-up.
That's the kind of space these things open. You leave the mark in the mind of your opponent, but you must exercise those options. You got to prove it.
Takuchi is kind of gotta, I feel like, pick up the pace a little bit, right? So if Infiltration is going to wait for him, then maybe he should force some of this offense a little more.
We'll see. It's a little bit tricky to do that against Jury in a lot of ways, especially when as frisky as Infiltration has proven in the earlier round.
Yeah, he's so tough to predict in all ways, his movement too.
I think this game will be illustrative in a lot of ways because we saw round one go to Takuchi for game one with the same sort of style. Infiltration matched in game two, but we'll see if was that just sort of a fluke or has he learned something?
Oh, Eagle Spike right out of there. What I like from Takuchi too is more raw mixer in the neutral. Infiltration's a movie guy, and if you do that raw mixer from kind of far away, it can catch him off guard.
That's right, and by more you mean barely more, and in very specific situations.
Exactly, yeah. Like maybe one or two more in a couple of games.
Yeah. Up from none. Well, mixer is a hard thing to go to when you have as many fast normals and low fireball.
The rolling in activation. And he rolls in, and Infiltration takes the cancel.
Steals it. Will it be enough?
Wow. He gets the kill, a mistake from Takuchi, and you can see it on his face. Yeah, a little grimace of his own, but that's a bad grimace, right?
It is a bad grimace, but it's a great test of a young player, so that's what I'm excited to see if he can recover here.
Yeah, we know Infiltration has what it takes to win a bracket from the loser side like this and grind it out, right? It's just whether Takuchi can weather the storm.
Look at this switch. Such clean counterplay.
The rolling in, he was ready on this time. And the uppercut again. You know Takuchi.
Representing?
Yeah, he saw those wake-up buttons. He was sick of it, and now Infiltration with it again. Spends the CA. He's willing to take the resources.
It's a good decision at this point. Especially,
It's going to close out the round, and I think he needed that.
Oh, for sure. And again, that got started with another raw jump in that Infiltration just ate, and so it's. I want to understand what he's thinking there, what he's hoping for.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like he's so focused on what he's doing that he didn't sense maybe what was happening.
That's the option of the jump. When you can get these intense ground game battles and get your opponent's mind really focused on those options, it opens up those jumps. Exactly as you talked about with the uppercuts.
Yeah, no human's going to be able to watch both those things that intently.
And not with the reaction speed that you're hoping to need.
Yeah, another jump in. Takuchi walk. He's knocking on his door.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, baits the throw.
Got it.
But he didn't have the store he needed, the heavy kick store, but still, Takuchi in big trouble, whiffs an Eagle Spike.
Okay.
Juggle, didn't get what he was looking for, but he just lost positioning. It's not the end of the world, I think.
Wow, that tornado goes so far. He jumped back and still got clipped.
Oh, dashed into it.
Coming out.
This is big. Takuchi still on the offense. There's wake-up buttons again.
Is the dizzy?
Close to stun. He went for another Eagle Spike. A whip from Infiltration.
But he's still in there, and he's going to steal it back. Another heartbreaker.
Who has a tough look on his face. He knows that was going his way. He had a big comeback kind of queued up there.
as we talked about, Game 3, I think there was, it was a lot said. And I think this is, Takeuchi really needs to try and find a way to turn this around. He's been playing the kind of game he wants to play, but it's just been sort of slipping away from him with a couple of decisions.
Those clutch moments, right?
Yeah.
Those moments where Infiltration, his experience shines on more than the youth.
Absolutely, that's the strong part of these kind of experiences, and Infiltration has had more than almost anybody in the world. Putting John Takeuchi to the test.
Yeah, I mean,
This young guy needs to prove his place at the table. Wow! A little bit of disrespect there.
oh, back throw into the corner. Infiltration's movement is so hard to catch, right? It's so hard to figure him out.
John Takeuchi looking,
Not the whip punish Infiltration wanted, but he thought he had it out the activation.
finally finds an overhead.
V-trigger 2 for Rashid ready, but the interruption, Infiltration, EX at the end, not going to be the kill, but
there
the
it is.
meaty does it. Takeuchi with the wake-up button, and we're one round from another reset here.
Reset.
Grand Finals for Infiltration, and he's been here before, right? If he wins this, this is his third EVO in Street Fighter, right?
That's right.
And he's had EVO wins in Cross Tekken as well, so I mean, he's won so many EVO events, and this has got to be Takeuchi's first EVO top 8 in comparison, so the experience is so incredible for Infiltration.
And he's making it the kind of match where the experience matters as well.
Oh, beautiful
Such a sequence.
spacing. Yeah. He set him up, and Takeuchi might not have even seen that before, right?
But he knows it. He felt it.
Oh,
Wow,
no
gets
anti-air. And Infiltration with the staggered low. He resets the bracket against John Takeuchi, who he's removed the headset, and he's got to sit there and think, I think. Got to take some time to reflect.
I think that would be a good decision at this point.
Wow.
What an incredible turnaround. Manat, plan A, completely destroyed.
And that's the strength of having multiple characters, right? The real winner there for a guy like Infiltration, who's able to pick up characters, as you mentioned, so fast,
Yes.
is the learn mini.
And I think there's been, from some quarters, a sort of resistance to that. People like to stick with their character. You want to find a way to make it work. There's a certain pride in that. Certainly in Japan, character loyalty has been tradition
Right.
for a long time. But in a game like this, finding these extra characters,
It can be so beneficial, right? Especially on a scale like this, and we're seeing the strength of it here from Infiltration. Now, much like the Tekken event we saw, where the Korean players had a multitude of characters as well, and it's so important.
good block from John Takeuchi.
He lost his positioning.
Infiltration, not worried about the corner, just wants to get some stores.
Yeah, really, a lot of this match is going to be Jury running to build up those stores and then fighting when she has the space to do so. Oh, missed anti-air.
Wakes up again.
He's willing to risk it. Infiltration, he knows the timing on when Takeuchi wants to approach. Oh, the V reversal.
He's been right every time with those wake-ups in recent history.
I'm looking for those lows, Takeuchi, and finally tagged low. It just keeps going. The momentum, you can feel it's been stolen from Takeuchi.
It's exactly so. Infiltration. Get the eye of the tiger now. Just taking those chances, pressuring with the throws. Switch it up. Having his way with them, really.
An excellent block, yeah.
Doesn't look like he knows quite how to approach here. All right. Opportunity.
He's got to find something, but it's hard to even say what it'll be.
Yeah.
We just can't seem to control or contain Infiltration, which so many people have struggled with forever.
Yeah, just a lot of motion, a lot of surprising buttons.
Oh, no uppercut from Infiltration, but he had the jump back anyway. And look at this, Takeuchi wants pressure with his V-trigger, but Infiltration not allowing it. Oh, wow. Universal again, he wants space, he's willing to sacrifice the V-trigger, and look at this lead for Infiltration. He's running away with this set. Wow.
He gets him with the shimmy.
He didn't cancel into the CA he was looking for, but he can get it here.
That's
No
the chip out.
V-reversal available for Takeuchi, and that's going to be game 1 of the reset.
Game 1, and the tide has distinctly turned. The young man being put to a test that he has not faced before.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel sort of it shifting in favor of Infiltration, the experience that he has, but also like as a young player, this is his biggest test.
And just being in this kind of spot with a bracket reset is not something you're going to have to deal with until you're able to make these kind of tournament finals. much less coming from the winner side, having it taken away from you. Ooh. Okay, that was an actual drop from Infiltration, but the first uppercut that we've seen punished in quite some time.
Yeah, and it was an uppercut that, wow, an uppercut that could have been crush countered for bigger damage, and Takeuchi knows that he had kind of a head nod after he did that.
Excellent point.
A little bit of a, maybe just lack of awareness, or
yeah,
the speed that Infiltration plays, it makes it so hard to keep up with.
When you're operating a few frames behind, that can be the difference between life and death, and that's the position that John Takeuchi appears to be in right now.
A jump out of the corner. Infiltration goes to it so constantly. Uppercut again, it keeps landing.
Connects.
And what are you going to do? Not press on your opponent's wake up? Yeah, you have to. So
as
that you
Rashid,
get
especially
like
when you're operating from behind. Okay, finds the shimmy, gets it done. Good stuff. Can he convert it into the game that he needs?
Yeah, you can't just
put one on the board.
Pressure Infiltration. No, right? Like, you have to, but you know, at what cost? Eventually, it breaks your mental guard, right? You're just like, oh, I can't believe another uppercut. And by then, you know, something else is happening on the screen.
That's right. Walking back away. Mixer comes out.
Really just forcing towards the corner here. Takeuchi in good position. He's got a lot of bar to work with as well. Snapping out that heavy kick.
Bobbing and weaving. Dancing up and down.
Yeah, he's so consistently everywhere, right?
Yeah.
You can never expect where he's going to be.
Looks like he's moving even when he's not.
There's the heavy mixer. John's looking a lot better here. He really seems to kind of have controlled himself. All right, makes
that's
it
fine.
out.
Yeah, that's the price.
The reversal away.
Oh, but gets punished.
Infiltration was ready for it, and that's tough for John. He built his trigger back, though, and I think he really needs that to make this comeback.
Out it comes. Oh, powering through.
Takes the throw. John, bad position. He's got a lot of bar, but
it's going to get stolen again.
And that overhead is now landing.
Yes.
That's something that wasn't working previously.
And we talked about playing a few frames behind. That's exactly the position he is. The young man's speed not working in his favor here.
Now he's anti-airing a little bit more consistently. Look at Infiltration to start dashing up a little bit more, right? He's going to change up his positioning.
Wow.
Challenge again. And the reaction
starting to
from
set a record.
Takeuchi, yeah, he's like, look, all right, right back at you. If that's how we're going to play, if that's what kind of fight it's going to be, then all right. Yeah, you can't begin to count him, and I think it's making Takeuchi play a little bit more frantic, so it's working.
That's right. He's starting to play a little bit more wild, and that is not his game. He's now playing Infiltration's game, and that is a dangerous look, especially when you're one game down after a reset.
Yeah, you can see the shift, right? You can see now suddenly Infiltration is playing. He's making Takeuchi play the way he wants to, and that's going to be close.
Goes low.
The block.
Baits it out.
That uppercut might be the one that haunts him. Infiltration. He's changed the momentum of his opponent's game plan, right? He's forced Takeuchi to play at his speed, and that's not where he wants to be. We saw the win with the kind of solid, slow play, and that's really not what he's doing now. He's forced into a hand that he doesn't want to be playing in.
The adaptability of Infiltration has been one of the hallmarks throughout his entire career. Seeing it on display in an incredible performance here, not only after taking a licking from John Takeuchi, going down to the loser's bracket, facing Daigo with Minot, going with the jury option, not finding immediate success with it in that first set, but getting it done now and rolling into a heavier and heavier advantage, forcing John Takeuchi out of his comfort zone and to play his kind of game.
Yeah, and I mean, right there, successful wake-up button with no bar on defense from Infiltration. Like, he's so comfortable now that Takeuchi is respecting wake-up after wake-up after wake-up. He's afraid. Oh, and another one, he calls him out.
V-reversal into the EX.
Infiltration willing to take all these risks, and Takeuchi, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know when to respect it. He doesn't know when not to.
The clean mixer finds the pressure in the corner. Overhead, good. Back on terra firma there. That looked like a classic Rashid round in the finish.
Yeah, Source says like right back at you, right?
Yes.
I'm going to kind of play my game here, get the anti-air. Looking a little, yeah, he's slowed down a little bit more from Takeuchi. I'd like to see him kind of go back to that pace he was playing.
But we've seen these rounds from him before, and they have not turned into games, crucially. That is what he must do.
Takes the back throw. Positioning is so important for Rashid here towards the corner. And Infiltration, he tried to bite off more than he could chew there by walking all the way up stun.
There it is. It's a very clean round.
Gets the jump in. He's got CA available. Does not spend it just yet. He's getting close to being able to chip with it as well. Now that that activation happened, yeah, he's going to set up a chip here. He can shoot the whirlwind, come in behind the second one and find the chip. All right, there's
nice call out. I think Infiltration realizing the game plan from Takeuchi. Let's see if he can take advantage. Good break. Wow.
Caught with just an Aaron Eagle spike.
That's right, and if that had not gone his way, well, he'd get the game he needed.
Yes, he did.
But in slightly less convincing fashion. I'm not yet convinced.
Yeah, exactly. it still wasn't the way he played in the first set, right?
Correct, and it's not quite the game he wanted to play. He was finding a way to get it done, played well.
Still more offense here. This is where he's really got to win, right? This positioning, corner positioning, infiltration with no bar, wrong anti-air decision. Could have been the heavy mixer.
He was both out of position and a little late.
Yeah, that's a bad combo for sure as an anti-air goes. You got to have an incredible anti-air for that to work.
Gets caught with the side switch.
Almost
And that's
over.
the kind of reactable thing that we talked about that he was so good at handling before. And now the round is going to slip away. And we are at tournament point.
Yeah, this could be crazy sentence, but another Evo for infiltration.
Unbelievable. And I think, while everybody respects his play, I don't think he was at the top of anybody's mind for this tournament quite yet.
Yeah, after his incredible performance at the LCQ at Capcom Cup, it's hard to doubt just how strong this guy is in this tournament. Here in grand finals, big lead, he's building it even more. He needs to get some stores. There it is. Throws that light kick fireball. Does not tag him, yeah.
Just barely. John Takeuchi's whole power again.
The uppercuts, man, those are the biggest story of the set for sure. Those uppercuts landing so consistently for infiltration.
And they leave a mark, not just on your life bar, but on your mind.
Oh, yeah. I mean, every time it lands, he's got to second guess himself, and infiltration taking full advantage here. Moving behind those light kick fireballs again. And
okay, I like the movement here from Takeuchi.
He's lost the trigger trait.
All the stores come out, gets the counter.
Yeah, one more solid hit for him. Could take the round here. Throw.
Now the throw threat. Yes. John Takeuchi staying alive.
Yeah, mental fortitude very strong there. Infiltration had a big lead in that round, about 50%. And just a big comeback from Takeuchi.
Playing the kind of game he wanted to play. Didn't have to take a lot of wild chances.
Ooh, look at him wait right there. I love the patience. No anti-air, but still a little bit more solid. The raw mixer again, yeah. Catches a guy like infiltration off guard.
Poke, looking to see if he can catch the wake-up button. Doesn't come. Infiltration builds up one store.
Probably not, man, infiltration getting locked down here. Look for an air-to-air. You got to watch the jump out from infiltration.
Oh, he's been so successful with that raw jump out. A little bit out of position, both dropping opportunities.
And the anti-air, finally, infiltration is ready.
Green looking for that counter hit.
Yeah, trying to find back heavy kick. Neutral jump.
And that fireball evaporated right last second.
Yeah, worked out so perfectly for John. Spends the bar.
Victory still in sight here for infiltration. Can he close it out? EVO 2018, the inaugural Japan.
Oh, he didn't get the activation he wanted. Takeuchi, though, still has trigger. The jump.
He got him.
It's enough. And infiltration, your EVO Japan 2018 champion over John Takeuchi. You can see how much it means to him. That is a multi-time Street Fighter V EVO champion.
Snatching it away from a heavy Japanese field, both obviously in the main bracket, in this top 8. Wow, what a smile. Respectful bow from John Takeuchi. And I think, while obviously he would have loved to get the win here, I think he got something, this is going to be corny, I'm going to go straight there, something a little bit more valuable, that there's a lot more game yet to be learned. There's new vistas, and that to me is one of the ultimate joys of fighting games. No matter where you are on that, just knowing that there's always some way you can improve, you can always be getting better.
Right. Yeah, as long as you know there's ways to improve, you will always improve, right? The minute you begin to feel like you've learned everything is when you kind of close the door on understanding these kind of things.
That's why it stops being fun. Like
exactly,
when you're out of the learning zone,
yeah, when you feel there's nothing left to learn, then there truly is, right? And then that's a big problem for sure. But, you know, you hit us with the end of the Disney movie, the sort of... Yeah, no, deny just like that. You hit us at the end of the Disney movie, the feels, the moment, and then there's a giant cup noodle behind us. I mean, it doesn't get more Evo than that.
It couldn't be a better Evo Japan. Yeah, young versus old, infiltration, finding a way to get it done. Amazing performance from the Beast.
Yeah.
Cup noodle.
Yeah.
Who could ask for anything more?
That's all. If there wasn't the cup noodle at the end, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep it together.
What says salt? Like an enormous cup of noodle.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, what says, like, you know, sort of, as you mentioned, the evolution of this tournament from something that came from an inspiration of SBO.
Yes.
So all the way where we are today, the young generation of John Takeuchi being there on the stage with Japanese legends. It's such a cool moment for him. I mean, it's not the end of this tournament that he wanted, but it's got to be, you know, the most prestigious placing he's ever had.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and hopefully this creates a lot of opportunities for him.
Yeah, and I think what I'm most impressed with, you know, besides John, is Infiltration's ability to adapt and overcome, like, the character choices that he has, incredible. And again, the only multi-time Street Fighter V Evo champion, right?
Correct.
He's the only guy to get another one on the board, and I'm sure coming into Vegas and later this year, he wants to do the same. So it's hard to undersell how incredibly strong of a player he is. How many, you know, Evo champion in Street Fighter 4 and Cross Tekken in Street Fighter 5 multi-time now. Won the 25th anniversary.
He's a learning
tournament.
machine.
Yeah, there's almost no one who has a better pedigree in Street Fighter than Infiltration.
And not just the returns in terms of actual results on the tournament, but also just in terms of his depth of character knowledge and ability across an incredible range of players.
Yeah, and there he is, John Takuchi receiving his medal. Second place here.
Shout outs to John. I'm going to do a little clapping here, try not to pop the mics.
Ooh, look at that beautiful hair from
Infiltration, yeah.
Why would you hide it under a hat like that? I mean,
well, with a sponsor like Monster, I'm sure he's got great reasons. Holding aloft the medal proudly, taking his place on the teleporter here. Is he prepared?
Beam him up, Scotty.
Ayano-san handing the trophy, getting his moment in the sun. Speaking of haircuts.
I don't think I could rock that one. It's not for me. My hair's a little different. Yeah, I can't ascend to that
I'm not going to tell you tried it.
I'm going to knock it.
You could go straight for the knock it.
Yeah. Man, Infiltration. 600,000 yen.
So many yens.
It's a lot of yen.
I'm just going to pluralize it. Ayano helping him hold it aloft.
Yeah, he's struggling there to hold both of them. But really, that's the one he wants. He's like, look, get the big check doesn't matter to me. I'd rather hold another Evo trophy. I don't even know how many of those he has at this point.
I don't know if that check is legal tender. And a big shout out to the Cup Noodles. Although I feel like a little bit betrayed by that Cup Noodles at this point. Beautiful jacket to all the winners here at Evo 2018.
Yeah, an exclusive jacket. You can see it says on there, 2018 champion. Gonna have him don the jacket there.
He's got a lot to hold on to. For all the assistants on stage, yeah, he's got the check, he's got the jacket, he's got the medal, he's got the trophy.
He's got the microphone with the cup noodle on it.
The cup noodles, always in there. I wish these items were produced from within the cup noodle. Maybe for Evolution Japan 2019. And we're gonna hear from the master himself, the crowd, a hush breaking out. A well-deserved cheer of relief, even from this Japanese crowd. Proud to see an incredible performance. Whoa, busting out.
Hello, everyone. I'm Korea's Infiltration.
Korea.
Thank you, everyone, for coming here to Evo Japan.
Hello everyone, good evening. I'm Infiltration from Korea.
He said, let's go, Daigo.
Okay, I'm so happy, but I cannot say I'm back because no. It's too fast. I'm not back, but I can say I'm only one player who won Evo Japan and Evo US.
すごく嬉しいんですけれども、I'm back 戻ってきたぞとはまだ言えないのが、心の内です。ただですね、一つ言えるのは Evo Japan、Evo US 両方勝った唯一の選手であるということは誇らしく言えます。
Thank you for coming to Japan, and I love you guys. I love FGC. Thank you guys.
日本に来てくださって本当にありがとうございました。皆さんのことを愛してます。本当にありがとうございました。
Class act.
Yeah, you heard it from there.
Two words.
I can't say I'm bad.
No.
All I can say is that I'm the champ. That's basically what he dropped on you.
I'm not the best, but I am the only person to win Evo Japan and Evo US.
So do the math.
And I will say that in 3 languages.
Yeah, he dropped 3 languages on us. Is there anything? I figure, you know, learning 2 characters is probably a lot, but then he's busy learning hundreds of kanji characters. In the meantime, apparently learning an additional language that I didn't know he had up his sleeve.
He's an incredible performer, and yeah, I think putting people just very subtly on blast, but in a respectful way. Perfect FGC. Shout outs to everybody. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with us from dingy Sunnyvale arcades as we made our way through college ballrooms and onto Vegas, and now here in Japan, bringing it back to the country that brought us Street Fighter, to the country that brought us some incredible tournaments and an amazing set of performers, as well as Cup Noodle.
Of course. That's probably the big takeaway.
Yeah.
To everything here. It's been such a cool event for me, especially. Like, I'm part of the newer generation that John Takuchi is in, and it's one of those things where, like, right around when I was interested in fighting games, we heard about EVO Japan potentially happening right in 2011. Like, many of the 09ers heard about it and thought it was going to be cool. The fact that 7 years later it exists here in Japan, it feels like a fairy tale. It feels like it's not real.
Everything's on a cycle. It wasn't. It was exciting, and then maybe it wasn't going to happen, and then through the hard work of a lot of people, both in the Japanese community, shout outs to Mr. Matsuda and Hamako-san and so many others who've put in a great amount of work to bring this here, as well as all the supporters from the various companies who've helped put it together.
Yeah, I mean, this is such an incredible event to be put on. Nothing like this has been done in Japan before. The event of this scale is absolutely absurd for the fighting game community here, and they did an incredible job. Much love to them, the EVO staff, all the broadcast talent for both the English and the Japanese side, everybody who's putting on the production. Much love to them, and thank you to the viewer for tuning in to really a celebration of all fighting games here at Evolution.
That's the hope, is to try and bring all the communities together. We have more in common than we have differences, and yeah, just the joys of the human heart that are revealed by this game mean a huge amount to me, and thank you for sharing this journey together.
Oh. Not even.
Cut.
It's getting dangerous. It's getting foggy in here.
Now,
I can already
I'm
feel
gonna enter my cup of noodle and
fly out of here. It's like the elevator at the end.
The glass
elevator.
Why do you know what? Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I'm not supposed to know about that.
I don't know. I don't know what people are supposed to. I used to know what it was.
Yeah, I've got a computer fancy watch. I looked it up in the middle of your sentence. I Googled, I was like, what elevator? I don't know what's happening here.
I have an AR overlay, yeah. It's been, an amazing thing that I don't think anybody at the beginning ever even considered anything like this. So the fact that we're here today is already beyond our wildest dreams, and the future is uncharted and I think bright. There's a lot of great games and a lot of ways this could go, and Street Fighter is the girl that brought me to the dance, and really excited to be here today, as it's really come full circle in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing for EVO in general, is that the excitement for me is that EVO is one of those things that once a year you get together and you see, like, really your family, right? You kind of gather up and see all these different people for all these different games, but to see it happen in Japan, and then now I know it's going to happen 8 months from now again in Las Vegas, and then maybe, who knows, again in Japan. It's like, to have something like this twice a year feels like we're almost being spoiled, because like, something so good shouldn't probably exist this often, right? It's something that you have to look forward to.
Look, it's never a wrong time to see your family, and what's so incredible here is the amazing turnout of foreign players, as well as the support from the Japanese community. When I walked into the room, EVO Japan, smells like an EVO, right? And
it sure did.
It had that energy, it had that community spirit, the fighting spirit, from the Vampire Saber machines over to the Marvel community, over to Street Fighter, and all the great games from across the fighting game universe. Yeah, it's great to have a family, and it's great to know that there are people that are in your family that you haven't even met yet.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If you haven't had a chance yet, please come out and join us at one of these events. It can change your life.
Yeah, for sure. It's one of those things where you will never not look back at your first EVO and think to yourself that it was a bad idea. You'll kind of be like, why would I have not gone to one of these further? Like, you got to take every single cent you can find under your sofa and your piggy bank and make it happen. You know, start saving now for Evolution, and it'll for sure change your life. It's one of those events that, it's one of those things where I remember when I watched the first EVO I ever watched, not in person, and I listened and I watched the event and I said, this is the coolest thing I have ever seen in my life. There's no reason I shouldn't. Yeah, there's no reason I shouldn't be involved in this, and that was like enough motivation for me.
Yeah, I think the motivations can come from a lot of different places, but it's an incredible community, and it can absolutely change your life and bring you into a connection with people that you just wouldn't have thought possible until you get that chance. That's what keeps us all coming back year after year, old and young alike. And yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for coming along with us, and watching everything here. It's been really, really a true privilege.
Yeah, it's definitely something special. It's something special, and the craziest thing is to walk into a building in Japan and see 100 American people in the same place that you know personally because of video games.
Yeah, and that, I don't want to say love each other, but right, the high fives are out, the hugs are out.
Yeah, I don't like
Everybody's
Hanzo Gonzo that much, but many people there is love for, obviously.
well,
yeah,
Hanzo Gonzo, every family has its black sheep. That yeah, right. Shout outs to Hanzo. I can't even front. Yeah,
he's been working hard all weekend, and
he's one of us. Yeah, God bless us, everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Even Hanzo.
Even Hanzo. He's got the stink lines going off of him and everything as we speak. But I feel like I hear there's something big coming up on the stage, so I think there is some kind of an announcement that we're going to head to.
Hi, everyone.
As if we could take any more. Yeah.
My name is Mark, also known as Markman from the EVO staff, and I just wanted to thank all the players, all the viewers, everyone that was part of this event for coming out to Japan and being part of the very first EVO Japan.
皆様こんばんは、マークマン風量です。まず最初に、このイベントに参加してくださいました、ここにいる選手の皆様、参加してくださった、過去3日間の選手の皆様、そしてこれを見てくださっている、皆様、関わってくださった皆様方に本当に心からお礼を申し上げたいと思います。
Now, I hope everyone is looking forward to EVO World that's going to be happening in early August this year.
そして、ここにいる皆さん、もちろん期待していただいていると思いますが、8月初旬に行われます、エボワールド、こちらにもぜひ期待していただきたいと思います。
And we will be announcing the lineup for the EVO World Tournament here in 2018 on February 6th. So I hope you guys look forward to our announcement show.
そして、2月6日にエボワールド2018のラインナップを発表させていただきますので、そちらもぜひお楽しみください。
And one last thing for everyone here in Japan that made it out to this event, I just want to say one thing. We look forward to seeing you next year.
そして、このイベントを大成功に導いてくださった、皆様に一言申し上げたいと思います。また来年日本でお会いしましょう。
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
Well, that was one of the most interesting announcements I've heard because, to be honest with you, every time I've talked to Markman the last little while, he's been like, yeah, I really hope we can do an EVO Japan next year again. We'll see kind of how it goes, you know, all this kind of stuff. I should have known.
The reaction, I think, from the players here as well as the supporters on the corporate side has been really strong, and I think that's the sign that we're going to be looking forward to EVO Japan 2019.
I'm already looking forward to it. It's one of those things, like I said, we're too spoiled to deserve to have 2 EVOs a year. I feel like it's such an abnormal celebration of all the things that we know and love, so I'm really excited that it'll be coming back next year.
Never too many chances to fall back in love with fighting games, and may your spirit be as indomitable as the cup of noodle.
It needs a dozen people. Hopefully your spirit doesn't need 20 people to usher it off of the stage.
Yeah.
But it's been an absolute pleasure from us here at EVO Japan. I think that about says everything that we've been looking forward to.
We'll bring it in.
Bring it in. Hopefully you guys have had a lovely EVO Japan, and like they said, we'll see you guys next year. Welcome to EVO Japan 2018, a sentence that I can't tell you how good it feels to say.
Are you ready? We are here at EVO Japan.
Good defense from Jason Venus, but
the counter.
Left counter!
Yo, Justin, wow.
He's reading that knee. Hey! Another one.
God,
Double flash kick.
Yo, that was actually
Umehara, please! Get your flash kick. Jesus, flash kick.
Patient. Now he's got the lead. Oh no, he's gonna jump in, swipe.
Macho man.
Got him! With the headphones too? Look, he can't see you if you don't move, alright? Just stop moving and he won't be able to see.
And Gormagala, he doesn't want it to happen, but there it is. Oh, perfect!
Oh my goodness gracious,
Yo.
perfect!
Just notice the way Pega's moving. Can jump forward. Oh, it's just what I was about to say. The nerf to the glove rush. This is insane right here. We're literally down to the final game.
One more hit for Glor, maybe 2 more hits from Pega.
But
Pega!
that push.
Oh my God, the
that's
double
bad.
stanky legs.
Oh my goodness.
You got with the Oki. Oh, what? And he's drinking that Red Bull like it was all according to plan.
The 2B, and that is it.
GX Bridget from Taiwan marches into Japan.
You got the Kim Jong-il right here.
Oh, the burst!
He didn't get punished. That's it.
Oh, that's it! That's it!
Hold on, he's got 50. I don't think he's gonna kill. He's got 50 though. He's got 50.
This will kill.
Boom, boom. No drop. Door takes it. Good lockdown. Oh no,
no!
Not gonna kill. No,
Yes,
did I say it?
will.
Did I say it?
Yes, you did.
Did I say it again? I'm sorry. I apologize. No drop. Definitely. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
That is
That's
it.
it. That's
1,
fine.
6A, and that is your champion. Surprising absolutely nobody. The boy wonder, Fenrich.
0%.
That was a perfect start.
There's just no way.
Wait, are you gonna get no hits? Oh my God! Oh my God! Perfect! That's
Enough, but he has limits.
This is where it's scary.
I'm sure I'm down. It will be enough. Will be enough. MK Leo is your Evo Japan 2018 champion.
Oh my goodness. You don't. Okay, he's on point today.
Let's go!
Wow.
He's back!
Yeah.
He's back! Gotta watch him for rage drive.
Yeah, that's the thing. If he gets the rage drive, he can end
Oh,
it.
he blocked it. Big block. And Chanel with the reset. Big back one.
Oh, this is going to be close. It's not going to be enough to kill.
It's going to be very, very close, though. And the Oki behind
Oh,
it.
he
The
caught
Sonic
him.
Bang.
The second hit.
Is your champion for Evo Japan 2018. The legend is back. And Omito read it. Got the throw on the ground. Snipe him out the air.
We have a reset. What's my name?
And Omito now going to put that
Turns up the
cloud on.
fog machine. You still gonna hold that.
Oh.
We're going swimming.
Kevin Spacey
What cup
super.
noodles? What cup noodles is it?
Oh,
that-
hashtag me too.
That Johnny face.
Hellfire. Naga, you got a shot for Omito. You got some.
Oh, that's done. Oh, that's it.
Oh,
What's
my
my name? Shoot the J. Shoot it. Combo
He gets
into
Oki.
it. Oh my God.
He's still going.
Comboing. It's
Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
6-7.
Nage takes it. Nage takes it. Evo Japan, the first inaugural champion. Nage, Guilty Gear X and Revelator 2.
One more mix up. Infiltration. He flips off the wall.
What's
Overhead blow down. Punish.
Ow. John Takeuchi, hand in the air. America sweatshirt, the new generation says, welcome. Roll out the red carpet. I'm headed to grand finals.
It's like he's the total package. Oh, is that going to reach?
No. From there? No.
way.
Why? No.
Infiltration with the reaction on the CA, and it's enough to kill. The future of Street Fighter here.
But now facing perhaps his greatest test, Evolution 2018, here in Tokyo,